My first flag combination will be for a close friend. They're ethnically Filipino but grew up American, and I really wanted to capture their heritage and their nationality in this flag. I started by changing the blue in the Philippines flag to the darker shade used by the USA. Then I made the US canton a little smaller so the stars are a better size. I'll be certain to move 50 stars to the combined flag, of course, since each star represents a state of the US. While I do that, did you know that if you turn the Philippines flag upside down, you'll have yourself the war flag of the country? It's quite unique in that respect. As for the triangle in the flag's hoist, the sides represent liberty, equality, and fraternity. The 8 primary rays, emanating from the golden sun in the centre, represent the original 8 provinces that rebelled against the Spanish Empire. As for the 3 smaller stars, they represent the 3 major island groups. As for the red and the white stripes of the US flag, they represent the original 13 colonies that broke away from the UK when the United States gained independence, and to incorporate them into this flag, I'm simply going to rotate them and then slot them in. And done. For the next flag combination, I'll be looking at Yemen and Somalia, for a good friend of mine who's ethnically Somali and lived in Yemen. Each point on the star of the flag of Somalia represents a Somali homeland, and is certainly an element I want to include. In the Yemeni flag, each of the 3 colours represents a part of the country's past or future: black for the dark days of the past, white for a bright future, and red for the blood spilled in gaining independence. These all feel very integral to the flag's meaning, so I wanted to include these colours without neglecting the Somalian blue. Taking inspiration from the flag of Myanmar, I decided just to slot in the Somalia flag behind the Yemeni flag, allowing the star to preserve the white of Yemen's future while incorporating the last colour, blue. The shade was inspired by the one used by the flag of the United Nations, since the organisation helped to form the country, and I think it goes pretty well between the Yemeni black and red stripes. My friend also agreed, which I'm pretty happy to say. For the third flag, I'll be creating a design for a Canadian-Scottish friend of mine. I'll be starting by filling in Canada's white square with Scotland's blue. Interestingly, there wasn't an official shade of blue for the Scottish flag when the UK was formed, so the darker blue seen on the UK's flag isn't the same shade as the now selected lighter one seen in the Scottish flag today. Now I'll just grab the Scottish white and plop it onto the leaf. The maple leaf has been used as a symbol of Canada since the 18th century, where it was first used on the coat of arms of Ontario and Quebec. The way that red and white came to be associated with the region was through its founders, red from the English and white from the French. To combine the leaf and cross into one element, I'm stretching out parts of the leaf to make it more resemble a cross. Then all I have to do is mirror the design onto the other side. And there we have it. We both like the look of this one, and it might be my favourite just because it had me stumped for a while, but I eventually came up with an idea that I thought captured both nations' symbolism fairly well. And that's all for today's video. Feel free to like and sub on your way out, it'd mean a lot. And if there are multiple cultures that you identify with, let me know in the comments. I will be interested to see what combinations I could do for you. Anyway, I'm gonna hop it.